What was I talking about? Oh yeah, a customer was fixing the carts. So he was putting the small carts in the small side and the big carts in the big side when he was bringing his own cart out. And I was like, oh my gosh, dude, that's like a charity. I've never seen a customer do that. And he just looks at me and goes, I know how it is. People can't read. And I go, yeah. So, yeah, that was cool. And then on my way back from work, I did heel and toe for the first time. I haven't really done that many, I haven't really attempted it that many times. I'll try and do it now. Well, I kind of did it. It's a lot more difficult. So for those of you who don't know, heel and toe is basically a shifting technique that allows you to downshift whilst you're using the brake, so that you don't have to take your foot off the brake when you're rev matching. So the way that works for me, because I have big feet, is normally if you have smaller feet, you would have your foot, like the top of your foot, or the ball of your foot rather, I guess, on the brake, and you'd use your heel to blip the throttle when you're downshifting to rev match. And so that allows you to downshift when you're going through a corner, you know, and hitting the brake, and it allows you to keep the balance of your car in place. For me, what I do is I have the left half of the ball of my right foot on the brake, so I'm going to do it now. Clutch in, and that was into 6. So that wasn't correct at all. Let's try again. So we're in 5th. We're going to go down into 4th. Brake, clutch. There we go. Well, I kind of did it. I gave it way too much gas for the blip, but that's generally what it is. Push the brake in, clutch and blip, and whatever, like however you normally do your rev match, just with the brake added. Do the blip, keep your foot on the brake, take out the clutch, and you're good, essentially. That's probably the worst way I could explain it. I could make a video about it, though, once I actually figure out how to do it. Because that stuff is always helpful to know for us car enthusiasts, because we always want to drive our cars to the best of our ability, and we want to know what things we can do out there to improve our driving. It's a Mustang. So yeah. And so I've just kind of assumed that you guys know what rev matching is. So it's one of the most basic things you want to know how to do if you're driving a manual car, especially as a car enthusiast, because otherwise, to you, downshifting would just be this: clutch in, down a gear, and then your car shakes violently. Let's go back into 4th. And so basically, to keep that from happening, you do what is called a blip, and that's the most important part of rev matching. You push in the clutch, give it some gas, take out the clutch, and then you go. I've gone down a gear without shaking the car. Basically, what I did is I changed the RPMs. I raised the RPMs to match the new gear ratio of the gear I was going into, and thus that kept the car from shaking and allowing it to keep its balance. Because what's ironic about driving a manual is you want to drive as smoothly as possible, to the point that it feels like your passengers it feels like they're in an automatic. As a driver, you know, the car can be shaking as much as you want it to, but you know, it's not gonna really bother you as much. Man, we have got a bit of rain today. All right, we're gonna try and do some heel and toe. Oh, I did it. It's not anywhere near as hard as I thought it would be. You have to get used to rev matching first, though, obviously. But once you get that get that figured out, you know, heel and toe, I guess, is not as difficult as I thought it was, which is good, because not all cars have paddle shifters and not all cars have sequential transmissions. So that means I'll be able to drive more cars now as I perfect my heel and toeage. Oh, I'm gonna have to go outside in this when I pull out car. Oh, I'm gonna get all wet. I tried to do the. So the thing is I've only just started to learn how to do heel and toe, and I'm teaching myself how to do it, obviously, and so creates a lot of opportunity for mistakes and the smell of burnt clutches. Ugh. Gave it way too much gas there. Am I gonna be late to work? Maybe. I have 10 minutes. Just sitting in silence with the windshield wipers going. I kind of did it again. I was able to do a heel and toe there. Not smooth in the slightest, but it, in terms of functionality, I did it. The result wasn't quite what I wanted. The balance was still pretty off. I don't know about you guys, but every time I hear like a loud diesel truck, it's always it's always, for me, the experience is in 2 or 3 parts, depending on how you want to break it down. It's, oh, what's that neat sound? Oh, it's a truck. Oh, how disappointing. So it's like, it's curiosity, realization, and then disappointment. Or just curiosity and disappointment, however you want to break it down. Whoa, that was a sudden lane change. I don't know what made the... That's a Cobalt, right? I don't know what made the Chevy Cobalt driver do that. Oh, geez. That was a lot of black smoke. Oh my gosh. We're getting even more wet. Ah! It's like going through a car wash. Ah! Visibility has been reduced. See if I can get out of that. Not really. And now I'm just behind the Cadillac, getting sprayed instead. Why would you stop there? Keep going. You can do it. Find your gas pedal. Ooh, that was my best bit of heel and toe so far. It feels really unnatural, hitting both the brake and the throttle at the same time. At least at first, it feels really weird. I got 2 minutes. I'm going to have to park in front of the store. Ah, Christ. Oh, I'm side by side with a Camaro. Wait, isn't this the Cobalt driver from before? Oh, good. Another car with a political sticker. Again, I'm pretty sure there's no other country in the world where there are political stickers on people's cars. Alright, I should be okay. I am gonna have to park at the front of the store because I'm gonna get freaking wet otherwise. Because I don't have a rain jacket. A lot of potholes. Oof, oof. Do-do-do, oof, oof. Oh, I think that might be Greg, one of my coworkers. There aren't any super close spots. I'm not risking getting door dinged just for like a semi-okay spot. Sure, I'll go with this spot here. Yeah. I suddenly don't feel as safe now. Alright, off to work I go.